All right, here we go. How's it going? This is Joe and Tell, and today I'm gonna be unboxing a bunch of stuff from SVS. Man, I got a lot of stuff here. I got the SVS Prime bookshelf. I got the SB2000 Sub. I have the Prime Wireless Soundbase, and this thing from this company, Arylic. This is a wireless amplifier. So, yeah, a lot of things to unbox. You guys can hear me okay? Did they send this to you for free? Okay, I'm gonna get to the Q&A in a bit. So everything's looking good. Cool. Yeah. All right. Update on this guy. This is the Jamo S803, and you know, I gave it a fair review. A lot of people in the comments were kind of saying like, oh yeah, so I don't listen based on measurements. I listen based on my ears. And so I should have been a little bit more clear on that video that I liked them initially, and after listening to them for a while, I did notice that there were some aspects of it that were a little bit, I don't want to say harsh or fatiguing, but basically I like a flat response better than what these guys are doing with the V-shaped response. And so I was wondering why they were impressive at first and, maybe not as impressive as I listened to them more. And so when I did the measurements, I found out that it was V-shaped, and that kind of explained everything. So that's to address that first things first. But yeah, I still like these speakers at 199 bucks. I think they're good. I think they're going to be better with a sub. And we have one right here, the SB2000. This is the first time I've ever tested the SVS sub. I've wanted to test some of their subs for a while, and finally I got a chance to get in contact with them thanks to Technodad. Actually, he hooked us up, so thank you to Technodad. He's here in the chat. Yeah, holding it down right there. So is the audio good? Everything good? It's hard to do all this. I have a lot going on here. Everything good. Okay, cool. So that is the Jamo S803 update. Let's do some Q&A. Go ahead. I'll let you guys figure out what you want to ask me, and I'll just jump over here into the chat and try to answer them as we go. Check out this cup I got. Cool, right? All right, so let's see what we have here. All right, does it send this to you for free? Did you have to pay? Well, I have to review them, right? So, yeah, I don't have to pay to review stuff. So that was from Jeffrey. Let's see. Technodad says, "Oh snap, SVS in the house." Right, I can stay. Just cellular. Okay, cool. Technodad, I know you can't stay. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you, man. Technodad has an awesome channel if you don't already know. All right. Did you buy these or these? Dang, Jeffrey, you really want to know? Yeah. So you asked again. Did you buy these or did they send them to you? They sent them to me for review. Yeah. What else? I gotta have some questions in order for me to answer them. All right, Charles, thank you, Joe, for the amazing channel and for taking the time to answer all of our questions. So I need your advice. Do you recommend the U6, those are the Cantos that I reviewed, the Canto U6 speakers, or wait for the AI60 by Fluence? All right, good question. So the Fluence AI40s I really like, and the AI60s are supposed to be a larger version of those, and they also include an optical and a sub out, which the Canto AI40s did not have. Fluence AI40s. The Canto U6s I liked because of the build quality and the overall finish. The fit and finish was really nice on them, and I liked all the connections that they had. So they had optical in, they had subwoofer output, and those are things that the AI40s did not have. But I kind of like the way the AI40s sounded out of the box. So I'm expecting that the AI60s with a larger 6.5-inch driver as opposed to the 5.25 are going to have a little bit more bass. And if they're able to keep the sound quality the same as the AI40s, with the additional addition of the optical and the sub out, I think that those are going to be a winner. So hopefully those are going to be out soon. I should have some for review. All right. So that's Charles. Jeff, again, after I asked the first time, you said, I'll tell you later in the Q&A. Okay, cool. So I answered your question. A wireless amp. You have my attention. Yeah, Lunatone, how's it going? Yeah, that's this guy. We have a few, actually. This is the Prime Wireless Soundbase from SVS. And this is from a company that is new to me, Arylic. At first I thought it was acrylic, but it's Arylic. Cool. So we'll open those up in a while. Let's see, what else? Let me see here. Let me switch this to live chat. All right. All right. How many people we got in here? Okay, we got some people in here. 31 people. Cool. All right. Another question here. So Jeffrey says, do you have any plans to review the KEFs, specifically the Q150s? Because those could compete with your favorites, the ELACs. Yeah, you already know me. Those are my favorites right now. The Q150s. So, all right. So first things first, I think the Q100s personally look cooler to me. The Q150s, yeah, I wish, I've reached out to KEF a few times to have them review stuff. So I know you asked whether I pay for stuff. Sometimes I'll go and buy speakers like these. I'll buy them just because they're popular and people really want to know. And so I wanted to get a video as soon as possible. But sometimes I'll reach out to companies. I reached out to KEF already, and they have not really responded to me. So I may have to buy some. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to review those. Just based on what I've heard from other KEF speakers, I've listened to some LS50s and LS50Ws. And I think what I've noticed is that they're brighter. So they have the same concentric design, but I've noticed that they do have a metal dome tweeter, and it's a brighter sound signature on those. So we'll see. I am curious. Blah says, any idea why the AI60s are being held up? They were supposed to be released by now. I know, right? I don't know. I have no idea why. What happened? I think they released them like just real quick to a few people, and then all of a sudden they were gone. So I don't know what happened with those. Arylic, there you are. So cool. I always like it when the manufacturers join and they're in the chat right now. Arylic is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth Class D amplifier. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're in here so you can clarify if I say some things that are not correct. Hopefully I'm saying the name right, Arylic. Right, cool. So who's this? Marviltron. Is there an AVR you could recommend that would have sound quality on par with $500 stereo integrated amplifiers? Looking to upgrade my AVR but want hi-fi sound quality. Thanks. All right. So Mark, all right, cool. You're looking for an AVR. You didn't say your budget. On par with a $500 stereo integrated amplifier. So you're saying basically because a stereo integrated amp has less features, you'd expect that the amplifier on that would be better than what you can expect from an AVR. And you're probably right. Just because they have to spend their money somewhere, and sometimes it's on Dolby Atmos and HDMI inputs and all that. Personally, I like a lot of the stuff from Denon and Marantz. So those are Marantz is probably not going to be in that price range, but you didn't say your price range. I would just say, some of the Denon stuff I really like. I think they have some solid amplifiers. If not, I think, what else? I've recently linked to a Yamaha receiver. I like those also. I like the way it looks. And I've had Yamaha receivers in the past, and I thought they were good. I've had Onkyo receivers too, and they were decent. But I did notice, I like the Denon a little bit more. And they have some pretty inexpensive ones. They're S series, I believe. I had one that was like S720, I believe, and it was like $300, and it was awesome. I thought it was great. All right. What makes an amp Class D? All right. So Class D is all right. So I'm not an expert in amplifiers, but I know that there's Class A, Class AB, and Class D. Class A is a topology where the amplifier is kind of like always on, right? And that Class A produces the most heat, but a lot of people believe that that's the best sounding amplifier. Class AB is a slightly more efficient amplifier, and people also like those for their sound quality. Class D is the most efficient, and I believe there was a company called TriPath that initially came up with this topology, but they're no longer around. I think they used to call theirs Class T, but it's kind of the same thing. A lot of people say that Class D is not as good. I mean, I haven't found that to be true. You know, a lot of the amplifiers that I've reviewed are less expensive, so you can't really expect a lot for an amp that's, what, $70, right? But I think for $70, I've been impressed with some of the SMSL stuff, the AD18 and the SMSL SA50. Yeah. I have no problem with Class D, and I have seen some new amplifiers that are expensive and Class D. So I think it's just the way that it's implemented that determines if something's good or not. All right, Akio, yes, Frank. All right. So Arylic says that I pronounced the name right. Cool. Jeffrey asks, okay, ask somebody else. Okay, he's answering the question. Right. Yeah, I do like Class D just because of the fact that it's efficient. And a recommendation I make a lot is for people to not get a smart speaker like a HomePod or, you know, Echo speaker. Just because you can get an Echo Dot and you can get a small Class D amplifier and some speakers, and I think that they're going to sound a lot better in most cases. And the secret to that working, though, is that the amplifier has to stay on all the time. You know, when you yell out a command for the speaker to play a song, you don't want to have to, like, turn on the amplifier. That kind of kills the whole, you know, whole deal. So you want an amp that can stay on all the time, and for me, I don't mind keeping Class D amplifiers on all the time because they're so efficient. All right. Okay, so Jeffrey's answering a bunch of questions here. I appreciate that. I like it when you guys help each other out. Right. So Arylic linked. Okay, cool. Class D stuff has come a long way, and the new stuff is really good. I agree. Do you recommend the Chinese tube power amplifiers? They're all over at Amazon. I have not tried any of the Chi-Fi tube amplifiers. Even when it comes to like some of the more expensive tube amplifiers, I don't know that it's something that I would really like, just because I feel like there's an advantage to a solid state amplifier. I do like using tube preamps in line because I like to get that tube sound, but I still want the power that you get from a solid state amplifier, and I don't want to have to be switching tubes all the time. And so yeah, I haven't tried them. What have I tried? I've tried a pretty expensive, I think it was like around $1,600. It was a quad VA1 amplifier, and it was a tube amplifier. Yeah, so I don't have too much to say about those. Oh, I guess I got to try them out, right? All right, Howard says a review on the Fluence signature towers. Looks like more development went into the tower versus the center and bookshelf speakers. Yeah, yeah, I'd be willing to check them out. I've seen the signature towers, and they're huge. They're huge. Like, they're easily like some of the biggest towers I've seen. Yeah, I'm willing to check them out. The Fluence signature bookshelf has the same, what is it? I guess they're using it as a mid-range in the towers. And I just remember there was a slight dip around 2K, 2 to 3K, and it was a pretty steep dip in there. And so if they're using the same crossover, same woofer and tweeter, I believe it might have a similar characteristic to those, but with more bass, obviously, right? All right. Let's see. All right, so okay. Jeffrey says you could even get an Echo Dot and those Dayton speakers that are like $100 that I can think. Yeah, so I think you're talking about, if I'm correct, you're talking about the Dayton MK402BT, the Bluetooth ones that are powered. They're about the same size as the Mica PB42X, the powered Micas, and they are under $100, and they sound awesome. I have them at my desk at home. I like those, yeah. All right. All right, so Jeffrey says those towers have 8-inch woofers in the bottom of them, which, yeah, pretty sweet. Yeah. All right, I'm answering your questions pretty quickly, right? Keep throwing them at me. Let's see, what do we got here? Answering questions. No more questions? Is that it? That's all you guys got for me? I'm ready. If we don't have questions going, I'll just start unboxing stuff. So it's up to you guys. Manvol says UB5s are the Klipsch 612s. Well, I haven't heard of the Klipsch, so I'll have to go with the UB5s just based on that. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried those other speakers. I can't test every single speaker out there. Lance is listening. How's it going, buddy? Lance is listening has a channel. He's a friend of mine, and he also films here. So if you ever check out his videos, just look up Lance is listening on YouTube, and you'll notice the same background because, yeah, he films here. What's up, man? Is this a Canon L lens? Yes. Yeah, red ring. See? Baller status. All right. Esmer, I don't know if I said your name right. Did you get the THX AAA 789? What? I don't know what you mean. All right. Jeffrey says, since nobody else is asking questions, I guess I'll throw another. Have you heard the Dayton Towers, the T652 Airs? They're like $120 and phenomenal speakers. I recommend you get them for review. Yeah, I could easily get some of those. Yeah, I'm down to try them out. $120 for a pair of towers? That's crazy. Yeah, I love Parts Express. I love Dayton, and I love what they're doing. They're just making it affordable to get into hi-fi, and I think it's really cool. Yeah, I'm down to check those out. Esoteric Audiophile. Good evening, Joe. How you doing? Jim, cheaper wireless solution for rear surround speakers. Well, cheaper wireless solution. I don't know what you consider cheap, but I know most soundbar systems have an option for wireless speakers. And I think what you'd have to do in order for that to work is you need something that would transmit from your receiver to a receiver in the back and then amplify that. So, man, I don't know. Maybe something like this would work. I don't know. Haven't tried it yet. But, yeah, I think if you're using a receiver, you should probably wire them up. But, yeah, I don't have an answer for you on that one. Wireless solution. Maybe if somebody else does, let me know. But yeah, it seems like you'd have to transmit the signal. Your amplifier would also have to have a pre-out for the surround speakers. So not all receivers have that. All right, sorry if I'm off my game a little bit. I haven't eaten in like 5 hours. All right. Mass drop head amp. It's incredible. Okay. Cool. Arylic says yes with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, AirPlay, DLN. Okay, so Arylic is talking about their amplifier here. Go for it. You sent me this thing. Go ahead and tell everybody what it's all about. Yeah, I'll open this in a second. Wireless amplifier. Okay. I guess you're not into headphones. I'm into headphones. I'm down. I just haven't really gotten into them that deep. I mean, I already have a ton of speakers here, so I'm kind of doing that for right now. Marveltron says, I got Pioneer SP-FS52s. Good job, good job. I love those speakers, by the way. Powered by a Denon AVR 591. Sounds pretty good. Should I upgrade speakers to the ELAC Debut F6.2s or invest in a stereo integrated amp budget around $500? You know what? I know this is going to be kind of crazy to say, being an ELAC fan and everything, I like the FS52s a lot. I had the debut F5.2 towers, not the 6.2s, the 5.2s, and I like the FS52s more. So I don't know what that says. That must be saying something, but I really like the FS52s a lot. There's some of my favorite speakers actually. Let's see here. And you're thinking if you should upgrade, I would say probably not. Yeah, I mean, you can upgrade. Of course, you can upgrade from the FS52s. I think an upgrade that would be good is to actually add a sub to them. That might be a nice thing to do, to add a little bit more bass. I don't know if your receiver there, the AVR 591, has a crossover or a way to set a crossover using calibration. But you may want to look into a receiver that does have Odyssey, because you'll be able to set a crossover for those FS52s and then cut them off where they start to roll off naturally, and then get a sub to take over on some of those lows. Yeah, I would go that route instead of upgrading. So yeah, upgrade your receiver maybe. Esoteric Audiophile, what's your take on power filtering as far as improving sound quality? I'm not a big believer. I mean, it might work, but I haven't noticed any issues with my power. I do have like a filter that I got in my Jamo review. I talked about some speakers I got from Jamo, or some speakers I got from some guy that I knew that was a rich guy, and he had like this like huge like power filter. It looks expensive, and he ended up giving it to me, and I use it at home. I don't notice a difference. It's just like a giant power strip to me. All right. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Brian Matthews, have you ever listened to ELAC subwoofers? Any plans on reviewing them? Yeah, I got some right here. I got the 3020 or either 3010 or 3020. This guy right here. Boom. What is this one? 3010. Yeah, I can review those. Let's see here. What am I missing? Right, so Jeffrey. All right. The ELACs are a big step up. All right, so Jeffrey happens to think that the F6.2s are a step up. And yeah, I think what you'll notice with the F6.2s is they have more bass. But I just like there's some magic going on with these FS52s. They do something with the stereo imaging that I really like. And I've told Andrew Jones himself that I feel like the Pioneer FS52s sound more like his sound signature. So they sound more like the UB5s do than the debuts do. You know what I'm saying? Like the debuts are a part of ELAC's lineup, but they don't sound as similar to the UB5s, which are also ELACs, as these Pioneers do. Excuse me. All right. How's everybody's holiday, by the way? Hopefully you got all the gifts you wanted. All right. Howard says, how about an analysis on bi-amping, benefits, gain versus giving up an extra 2 channels? I'm not a fan. I've tried it before. And like you're saying, I think you're just giving up an extra 2 channels, right? Because what would be the benefit of that? You know, you're feeding the woofer and the tweeter and maybe a mid-range somewhere there. You're feeding them not two separate signals, but coming from 2 separate amplifiers. And I don't really see the advantage unless you have an active crossover there somewhere, right? So I have made speakers before where I had, I had the woofer and the tweeter, and they each had, its own active crossover kind of doing its thing. And so you did need 2 amplifiers in that case. And the good thing was you're able to change the level on the tweeter if you wanted it a little bit brighter, or, you could do that. But for passive, I don't really see the advantage of it. All right. Okay. How about, okay. Esmer says, all good. I got the ELAC 6.2s because of you. All right. I don't know if you're talking about the B6.2s or the F6.2s, but that's awesome. I hope you're enjoying them. Alexander, I saw you comment on Tharbamar's post. Yeah, I've been following that guy for a long time. I really wanted to test out the the Wharfdale 225s because he seemed to really like those. But yeah, I've never gotten a chance to listen to those. I really want to. I saw you comment. Okay, regarding Yamos and ELAC 2.0. Yes. Yeah. So between the Yamo and the ELAC debut 2.0, I would say that compared to the B5.2, which is using the same size driver, the 5.2 has more bass than this Yamo. I feel like this has a less fatiguing tweeter. I know other people wouldn't say that. They would say that, that the debuts are rolled off, but I think that that's just something that people say because that's what ELACs used to do. So the original debuts had rolled off highs, and these UB5s also have a rolled off top end, but I haven't noticed that the new 2.0s have that same roll off. Actually, I think they're a little bit tipped up if I remember correctly. So anyway, all right, Yamos. Let's see. Jeffrey's answering questions here. He also believes that it's useless most of the time. The only time it's really a good idea, talking about bi-amping, or bi-wiring, bi-amping. The only time it's really good is if you remove the crossover. Correct. Yes. Okay, Chad Williams, can you suggest a cheap amp that can push the ELAC Unify? I have the Onkyo 8020, but was told it didn't have enough power to push them. Well, I think the minimum on these is, I want to say 60 or 80 watts minimum. You definitely need an amplifier that can handle a 4 ohm load. And that's the main thing that you want to look for, is that it can handle 4 ohms. I mean, the least expensive that you can go, and a lot of people would disagree with me on this, but is the SMSL AD18. Puts out 80 watts per channel. It's a Class D amp, and it was able to push these, to pretty loud levels without distortion. And so, yeah, I think that's as low as you'd probably want to go. I linked to a Yamaha receiver. Forgot the exact model number on it, but yeah, if you go to my channel and click on the community tab, you'll see that I posted a Yamaha receiver, and somebody actually commented back to me and said that they had the 8018, switched to that Yamaha receiver, and they said that they noticed a fuller bass response. So something to look at. Basically, you can get away with an amp that's, a little bit under $200, and I think it'll be able to push them. Now, are you going to get the most out of them? No, you're not going to get the most out of them, right? You're going to want to put a lot of power through these if you want to get the most out of them. But for me, I don't listen to my music extremely loud all the time, so I don't really need that. Right. Let's see here. What else? Seth says, "Hey Joe, I love the channel. Any suggestions for a separate CD player?" Hold on a second. Let's see here. A separate CD player? Where? I got lost. Separate CD player. I'm looking at the Marantz CD6006, budgeted around $500. You know what? I'm not an expert when it comes to the CD players. I would say maybe reach out to, let's see, who should you check out? Technodad's channel. Ask him. He's pretty quick to respond. He has a little bit more experience with CD players and Blu-ray players, things like that. It's not something I really mess with too much. Sorry about that. All right, it does. Okay. Jeffrey again is saying you can't really do much better for under $500. If you went with the bookshelf, you'd have to get a sub, so you probably wouldn't want to go that route. Brian Matthews says, looking forward to a review on the ELAC Sub 3010. Try to get to that ASAP. All right, Jeffrey, if you want to hear Wharfdale, the Diamond 220s are on sale for $250 on Amazon right now. Yeah, that's cool. I just want to try the 225s. I feel like the difference between that 5-inch and the 6.5-inch woofer is going to make a big difference. So, trying to get the 225s. David Campos, what do you think about the Pioneer receivers? I'm trying to power some ELAC EB5s. They're some of the few receivers that advertise being compatible with a 4-ohm speaker. Yeah, I haven't had too much experience with the Pioneer receivers, but, I don't see why they would be bad. Yeah, yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to try them out. The only reason I haven't is because I really like Odyssey as the room correction. And I know Pioneer has their own, I forgot what it was called, MCACC or something weird like that. But yeah, I typically like receivers that have Odyssey. Ismer, I purchased the B6.2s for $149 on Amazon. Woo! Couldn't pass it up. Center channel 6.2 was $134. That's what's up. That's what's up. Alexander G26. These looking good, reliable. Those looking a good, reliable receiver should look at a Yamaha Vintage line. Your thoughts? Yeah, I think I mentioned that I do like the Yamaha receivers. I've noticed that they have a more of a warm tone, and that's something I actually wanted to do a little bit more, is to somehow test the response of some of these receivers, because I feel like some of them have their own tonal characteristics that they kind of like implement, and I feel like Yamaha is a warmer tone, so we'll have to see. Lance is listening. Thank you, sir. He linked to the receiver I was talking about. It's a Yamaha RS202BL. So it's the black version. They do have some more expensive versions that come in that silver, and I think they look awesome. I want one of those silver ones. Yeah. Yamaha, you guys are around here in SoCal. Send me some receivers to review. All right. Esoteric, are you familiar with PS Audio? Yes, I am. If so, what do you think of their products? I haven't tried them, but I think you know, what have I seen? Their BHK. BHK is like one of their more expensive amplifiers, and I think that amplifier is the reason why I kind of went with the system that I have right now, because Paul McGowan is the guy from PS Audio, and he was talking about how that amplifier uses a tube preamp and solid state, so it's a hybrid amplifier, and that's kind of the system that I have right now. I have a tube preamp and I have a solid state amplifier. Let's see here. What are we doing here? The PS Audio Sprout 100 is an amazing intro into hi-fi. Yep. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring up an app real quick. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Here we go. This is an amp from ELAC, actually. And this is a Class D amp. It's the Element EA101 EQ. So I still haven't reviewed this either. But this is a cool little amp. Right? Line in, sub out, optical, coax in, USB, so it operates as a DAC, and then speaker out. I think this is 80 watts channel, so something cool to look at. I think one of the reasons why that interested me is because it does have some room correction built into it, even though it's a 2-channel amp. So most 2-channel amplifiers I've seen do not have any kind of room EQ or DSP, but this does. And it has some cool stuff that you can do with the app on the phone. Another thing I noticed about that, you can program any remote to function with this. It's kind of weird. Kind of cool. I need to review that too. Alright. I do not know how to say your name. Consigliere. Hey, do you plan on using the Dolby Atmos kit with the Jamo S803s? No, I'm not. Just because I have an actual Dolby Atmos set up at my house with the speakers firing down from the ceiling, and so I've tried the up firing, and it's okay. It gives you some effects, but when I switch to the ones where the speakers are on top, it's like it's night and day. Way better. Lunatone, Arc is greater than Odyssey. I believe that. But we're talking about, I think Arc is more expensive. Arc is the stuff that comes in the Anthem room correction, right? ARC, Anthem room correction. Yeah, I believe that. And Techno Dad did a review on the Anthem receiver, and he called me up and he said the same thing. Basically, hey, I tried this receiver. It's way better than Odyssey. So I believe that. Yamaha RX 581 is what I use with my ELACs, and it's great. Very happy with it. Awesome. Alex City, wow, SVS got you some Christmas gifts. Yeah, they did. Yeah. But I owe them a review now. So, it's all good. We'll be even. Alright. Kyle says, any chance you'll ever review the Klipsch RP150Ms? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Hopefully they're not mad at me because Klipsch owns Jamo. And I didn't say anything too bad about them, but I didn't give them a raving review. So hopefully they're not mad at me. And hopefully, you know, we can maintain a decent relationship and they'll allow me to review some of their stuff in the future. Lance is listening. Chad Williams, I believe that was the amp he was talking about. All right, the receiver accessory, yes. Yeah, that receiver is on Accessories for Less for $89. It's a refurbished version. I mean, I would take a chance for $89. Do it. Try it. You can always send it back, hopefully. Charles says, sorry if I'm not familiar with DACs. How do you connect the USB? Is it through the computer? Yeah, so DAC is digital analog converter. And yeah, you connect it with a USB to your computer. Yeah. Alex says, can't wait to hear your review opinion of the SVS Prime. Yeah, I'm excited. I think we should start opening those up. It's already getting late. You should try the Shane A1.4s. Yeah, I've heard a lot about those. I've had them for over a year now and love them every time I fire some music for movies paired with a full Marty. Dang, that's huge. Full Marty, I think, is a huge subwoofer down to 15 hertz. Yeah, I like, you know what, I do like these brands. I'm interested in some of these brands that are not like, you know, all over social media. Shane, I've seen some, who makes a Sierra? Anyway, I like some of these brands that are just not that popular, but a lot of people seem to like them. Lunatone, and you need a PC. You don't have to have a PC. If you mean personal computer, but if you mean like it doesn't work on Mac, it's not true. It works on Mac and PC. Sometimes those DACs actually work on your phone too. If you get an adapter, you can connect them to your phone, and a lot of times it'll recognize it. So kind of cool. Okay. I don't know how to say your name. MEU. Okay, sorry. The Wharfdale 225s won Speaker of the Year in Stereophile Magazine 2017, 5-star review. Amazon and outperformed many $1,000 speakers. This audiophile bought 2 pairs. Get them. Feels... don't be a bad influence on me. Matubedo. Alright, Lunatone, if you like the primes, will you ask for the ultras? Sure. Alright. Would you ever do a review of this? That's who it is. Ascend Acoustics. CBM. I hit them up. I tried to talk to them, and they were going to send me the MTM versions of the CBMs. Honestly, I would say that the CBM 170s are the short, fat ones, and they are pretty hideous looking. Just straight up. I think everybody said it. But I heard that they sound amazing. But damn, those are some pretty weird looking speakers. But yeah, Ascend Acoustics. I was in contact with, I think his name was Dave over there, the owner. Ascend Acoustics, yes. The Marveltron says, are the Bic F12 subs any good? Can you suggest any subs under $400? Bic F12? Haven't heard them, sorry. I've tested these mica speakers that are inexpensive. They're like $100, $150. They're very similar to the Dayton ones. I mean, can't really yeah, $150. I don't know. Can't complain. This ELAC one is decent, but we'll have to see. I know that this SB2000 is not under $400, but we'll see. Maybe try to build your own too if you're handy. Full Marty is crazy. Its a size is the only downside, but the bass is very good for an 18-inch Dayton Ultimax, says Josh. Me YouTube do you. Oh, okay, so this guy says, me YouTube do you. Me. Okay, Consigliere says, I have big problems with the price in Russia. Oh no, I chose I choose 2 sets of acoustics up to 300 and up to 450. Can you give advice? You know, it's always tough because I know a lot of times I'll recommend some speakers and there's a certain price point here in the US, but then maybe in Canada or you know, somewhere else they're super expensive. So I understand what you're saying. But you're saying here Monitor Audio, haven't tried them. Heard a lot of good things about them. Echo Victa Prime, never heard of them. I haven't heard of most of these except the Jamo S803s and the Polk Audios. I mean, just based on these, I've only tested the Jamo S803s for $260 if that's US. You know, they were $200 recently, but Dolly Sensor I've heard a lot of good things about. $276. Tannoy, the Wharfdale Diamond 225s I've heard a ton of good things about. The debut B6, that sounds like the older model. I wouldn't do those for $437 though. And the KEF Q350s for $450. I mean, it sounds like, you know, based on what you're showing me here, the most common ones that I've heard of are the Wharfdale Diamond 225s, the Dolly Zensor 3s, the Monitor Audios. What else? And the Jamo S803s are getting a lot of attention. So I don't know. I can't really help you out too much there just because I haven't tested all of those. So I couldn't tell you which one's the best out of all those. But, you know, I still haven't even tested the Diamond 225. So, all right. Chad Williams, I've purchased from them before. They're great. Okay. So I think you're talking about accessories for less. They're great. I have the Pioneer center channel and Denon 1200 receiver. Okay. Jeffrey says, am I the only one that loved the way the CBMs look? I think you're the only one, Jeffrey. You're the only one. But who cares? I think if they sound awesome, that's more important, right? But not to everybody, you know. To some people, how they look is going to be more important. And that's why I asked for the MTMs, because they're taller. They don't look as squat. And my voice is all cracking. I need to eat. Okay. What's your feel on power cables? No, not into them. I really enjoyed your speaker cable video. Do you have anyone you would recommend for XLR or RCA? Yeah, I'm not a believer. But if someone was willing to prove me wrong, then I keep an open mind. You know what I mean? All I can say is I haven't had an experience yet where power cables made a difference, and I can also say that it doesn't make sense to me, you know, scientifically, but maybe, you know, I'm not a scientist. Maybe there's some stuff I don't know. So who knows? Esmer says SB-2000 is under 500. I love mine. Chad Williams says Fluence have good subs. Oh, you know what? I haven't tried the Fluence subs. It sounds like sounds like I'm repeating myself. I haven't tried this. I've tried a good amount of speakers, but there's just too many speakers to try them all. All right, $2.99. Check them out. This is a very pleasant chat. I love your Jamo S803. This is the best about Jamo S803 on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. Chad Williams, I have the Fluence 12-inch sub. It's good for punchy bass, but it does not go low. Oh, no. Yeah. If for me, a sub has to hit low. That's its only job is to hit low, right? So punchy is cool, but it has to hit low. All right. We got 15 minutes to unbox some stuff. Let's do it, shall we? You guys ready? Let's do it. All right. What should we do first? Let's do this Arylic A50 Wireless Multi-Room Full Digital Hi-Fi Amplifier. So they are saying it's 80 watts times 2, full digital, multi-room, AirPlay, DLNA, Spotify Connect. So, has a remote. What else here? Sample rate 24-bit, 192 kilohertz, signal to noise ratio of 92 dB, and it looks like it has an Ethernet connection, BGN wireless. All right, so okay, cool. Let's do it. So I really don't know what to expect with this, to be honest with you. They reached out to me and said, hey, are you willing to review this? And I said, yeah, it looked cool. So, and something about these wireless Okay. There you go. There it is right there. It says Arylic. Yeah, I just like the way it looked. Let's do this. Does it have plastic on here? I think it does. I'll do that another time. But yeah. Anyway, what else is in here? So this is the actual device here. Has Wi-Fi antenna, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, WPS. That's cool. So you can connect easily to your Wi-Fi without having to type in any passwords. Line in, line out, Ethernet, USB, and this is what I saw in the pictures. I was kind of confused about speakers, but it's like, okay. And then the DC jack. Cool. What else is in here? Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to like look at the chat right now, so you guys are gonna have to help each other over there. Remote. All right. Here's a remote. Cool. I'm happy that it's not those same remotes that the SMSLs come with. So we have power, play all, mute, USB, auxiliary in, volume up, down, left, right, play, pause, optical in, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, bass up. Oh, cool. So it has treble controls, or tone controls. And then I'm assuming it has built-in EQ and favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not sure what those do yet. I'm going to have to test it. All right. Yeah, this thing feels pretty cool. You see that? Power cable. So you're asking about power cables. This is the most expensive one you can find here. Just kidding. And this is rated 50 watts per channel, I believe. And so the power brick here is 24 volts, 4.16 amps. So multiply that out. That's the theoretical maximum. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. So you get this screwdriver, and then these are for the wires here. So you just pop this right in. Okay. This is not a review. I'm just showing you what's in the box. RCA cable, right? And this is a 3.5 to RCA adapter, and then the antennas. Right. So, yeah, let me just put this aside real quick. Right here. All right, so let's take a quick look at their website real fast here. Boom. Arylic A50. Let's see here if I can pull this up. There it is. Arylic. Okay, so Bluetooth multi-room full digital hi-fi amplifier. So let's see here. So they have their app. It works with different streaming services, Spotify. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Hios wireless thing that Denon has. So stream via Wi-Fi without distance limitation. Okay, cool. So you can hardwire it so you can stream more with a more stable connection. Stream anything you want over Bluetooth. Okay, so that's normal. So this is kind of cool. Basically, I guess what it can do is it can take some of these wireless services as well as Bluetooth, and you just plug in some speakers. Yeah, you just plug in some speakers, and you can kind of just play through this device here. Let's see, control every room. Okay, so if you get a few of these, you can use the app to play in multiple rooms. Choose which one you want to play at. All right, perfect app. All right, so yeah, it's showing that it has the phone. Cool. So this is a new device, and it's selling right now. They have it for 169 bucks. Interesting. There it is. Boom. All right, we'll see. Have to see how this works. All right, so we'll see where we at here. What are you guys saying here in the chat? Talking about the subs. All right, cool. Let's see here. What should we open next? What should we open next? Let's do the Prime bookshelf speakers. I wanted to see those. Let's do it. All right. Prime bookshelf. Do I have room here? Let's make room. All right. Basically, the Arylic A50 is similar to the Sonos Connect amp and the Denon wireless amp, says Sam Lee. Yes, I think you're correct. That's cool. I like these things. I got so many people like Google Homes and Alexa stuff for Christmas. All right. Let me go over here. Ooh. Hello. 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 Okay. There it is. Prime bookshelf. You guys are in the knives? Who's in the knives here? I got this awesome knife right here. From American Healthcare. Alright. There it is. This is super high-end knife here. Alright. Alright, the knife is probably dull by now. Alright. So, we have, instructions and rubber feet. Put that aside. And what I've been told was the proper way to open speakers is to open it up like this and then turn it upside down and then lift up. We'll see if that's correct. That'd be pretty embarrassing if I just drop these right now, huh? Let's try not to do that. Alright. Put them upside down. Nothing falls out. Okay, we're good so far. So far, so good. Alright. We're really in there. Man. If anybody knows how to box stuff up, it's SVS. They gotta send out those huge subs without damaging them. So yeah, this is in there. Super tight. Boom. Yes. When I take these out, I usually want to make sure that I'm not like holding them this way because I might be pushing in a tweeter. So I hold them from the sides, wiggle them out. Come on out. All right. Put that aside. Let me put this aside. All right. Woo! Okay. Let's see here. Let me turn this over. Open it up. There's an opening on this thing. There it is. Turn it back around. Come on. Okay, there's a piece of tape over here. All right, getting excited here. Damn. Damn, that looks nice. Okay, turn them back around. Hold on a second. I don't want these to get scratched up. 1 second. gloss finish, piano finish. Woohoo! Damn. All right. So they have some weight to them. This is it. SVS Prime bookshelf. Okay. Let me get this off here. All right. So these are not magnetic, but here it is. 6.5-inch woofer, and looks like a 1-inch aluminum tweeter. Very nice. What do you guys think? You guys see them okay? There. That gloss though, yes. They asked me which one I wanted to test out, the gloss or the I forgot what the other one was called, but the like wood looking finish. And I said send me the gloss one. They look awesome. And that was my reasoning. And I think the gloss ones are more expensive. So there it is. Look at them. Look at them. Looks like a poly cone. You have your port in the back and 5-way binding posts. You want to see them next to these Jamos for size comparison? There we go. Okay, so the Jamos are a little taller, and they're about the same size. They're about the same size, except these Jamos are using a 5-inch woofer, and these are using, I believe, a 6.5. All right, let's take a look at the website for these. So SVS Prime. These are it. These are it. So let's see, black ash. Yeah, that's what it was. So these are $100 more, $5.99 for the pair. What does it say here? 6.5-inch woofer, 1-inch aluminum tweeter. Let's see. Kind of curious as to what they say the frequency response is. So if that's a crossover, that's pretty intense. Okay. Cabinet, SVS. Okay, cool. So they don't have a frequency response here. Probably doesn't matter because they're expecting you to use it with their subs anyway. So I would like to know though. I will test that. Okay. So there's that. There's that. What's next? What's next? Let me put these aside. Beautiful. Thank you SVS for allowing me to unbox these and do a review soon. Coming soon. All right. I gotta move a little quicker here. Let's do the unboxing of the Prime Wireless Soundbase here. Okay. All right, so I think that this is going to be similar to the Arylic amp that I just unboxed. So again, instructions. Here it is. This one has a thicker power cable, 3-prong, and significantly bigger than the other amp we just looked at. Now this one, let's take a look. We'll take a look at the wattage rating on this. Woo! Man, they make some good looking stuff, I gotta say. Source select, display, volume, play, pause, and then on the top, looks pretty awesome. And here's the back here. It says Play-Fi. You have your speaker connectors, sub output, auxiliary output, auxiliary input, optical, 3.5 input, USB to service, I guess to update the firmware if you need to. Wi-Fi setup button, Bluetooth setup button, and then network in and out. So that's cool. So it's kind of like it works as a pass-through also. So yeah, there's that one. Looks pretty awesome. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right, so let's take a look at this guy here. Let's see what this is all about. SVS Prime Wireless Soundbase. Okay. $499. So this one's 300 watts. 150 watts times 2. Built-in DAC. Line level. What else is here? Alright, Prime Wireless Soundbase. Okay, so app control via, okay, powerful 300 watt, dual band Wi-Fi, 192 24-bit DAC. Is there a USB back here? Okay. Okay, cool. So I don't have, you know, voice control. Voice control of music from any Alexa device on your Wi-Fi. Is that built in? That's pretty cool. Game-changing connectivity options. 6.2 pounds. Yeah, all right. Cool. So there's that. There's that. Anything you guys want me to take a look at? Let me take a look at the comments here in the chat and see if I'm missing anything. All right, what are you guys saying in here? Fingerprint magnet. LD Blake, how you doing? How you doing? LD Blake, you're sending me a bunch of stuff about wires, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. One thing that you told me in an email that I thought was cool was, I think it was you that was saying that you prefer like the spade connections as opposed to the banana connections that I always loved, just because they're easy to put on and take off. But you're saying that some of the other connections where you actually screw it down makes a stronger, or you know, a more secure connection, and I can see how that would be a thing. So thanks for that. All right, shiny Prime goes down to 48 hertz. All right, that's not bad. I'm wondering, so thanks Stevens Wall. 48 hertz, I wonder if that's at minus 3 dB or 6 dB or 10 dB. Curious. Just because they're the same size as the Jamos and they have a much larger driver, so I'm curious. Do you get to keep these toys or do you have to return them after you review them? Alexander asked. So they asked me to return them. I would like to keep them. But yeah. SVS said, take a look, review them, and if you like them, then you can buy them. All right. Well, do you get to... Okay, so thought it might be a different story if you have kids. They might want to poke at it. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, so LD Blake. All right, cool. Last one. And then I'm out. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Last one. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, by the way. I appreciate it. New Year's is coming up. Hopefully we're going to have a good 2019. 2018 was pretty awesome, though. All right. Make sure to keep track of everything. Last one, guys. Last one. So if you like them, you're going to buy them. Yeah. If I like them. But I have so many speakers, it's hard for me to justify buying speakers. I just have so many. But I bought the Jamo, so what can I say? All right, these, how am I going to do this? I'll just open them here. All right. All right. I have enough space here. All right. Okay, there's another box in here. Trying to think how to do this. I guess I'll open this right now. This one I am excited about. As many of you know, when I was in high school, I had 3 10-inch JL Audio W6s in my trunk, ported, and so I know what good bass, not good bass, but I know what deep bass is supposed to sound like, and I feel like I haven't heard that in a while, and I'm hoping that SVS is going to come through and, you know, deliver some sub 20 hertz bass. I miss it. I miss it. Okay. So, how do I do this? Move this out of the way. I don't want to drop that. Table space. Okay, cool. Come on out. Okay. So here. Alright, so here's a grill for it. Damn. That looks crazy. This thing looks crazy. Alright, so there's that. What comes in this yellow bag here? Another one of those power cables. Looks thick. And this guy here. Can you guys see me? Okay. Little rubber feet on the bottom here. Also at matching. Oh my goodness. This looks super. Damn. See the smile on my face? Ah, it's real. Alright, let me turn this thing around for you guys. Damn. Alright. Alright, good night everybody. Gotta go. I'm just kidding. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. PB. What size is this? What size is this? Let me take a look here. Oh, sorry. PB. This is the SB. So P is for ported, S is for sealed, and this is the SB2000. Yeah, so let me see here. It says it's a 12-inch woofer. Let me see in the chat what you guys are saying. 3D. Okay, cool. You North Cali. I am in SoCal. Flip it. Okay. Car stereo days. Yeah, Fosgate, Phoenix Gold. I used to have a Soundstream amp, cheater amp. It was like rated at like 25 watts or something. It was putting out like over 500. Like a shield. Yes. Love at first sight. Sexy lady. Yes. Look at this thing. Look at this. This looks hot. And it's heavy. Let's do this. Look at that surround. Look at that surround. I'm gonna have to test this thing out. Let's look at the back. Oh, yeah. All right. So there's the back. Pretty basic. Nice knobs though. Minimum, maximum, so volume, phase. So I like that it's not just a 0 or 180 switch, right? So this actually allows you to fine tune the phase on it to better match your speakers. And then you have the low pass filter. What is that? 50 hertz to 160 hertz. Auto, trigger, in and out. And it doesn't have high level inputs. But yeah, that's it. That's it. There it is. I'm gonna hook these up. I want to see what this sounds like. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna plug it in. If you guys want to stick around, I'm gonna plug it in and listen to. I'm gonna have to play some bass notes through this thing. I just have to. But if not, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out, chatting with me, asking questions. Hopefully I gave you some good advice. Yeah, that's it. Wait for my review on these. I'm a little out of breath because that thing was heavy. That thing was super heavy. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Look through the pricing on this. So that's this one here. $7.99 on this 12-inch 500 watt RMS sealed. 500 watt RMS, 110 watts peak. Frequency response 19 hertz plus or minus 3 dB. That's what's up right there. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that. I want to hear 20 hertz. I'm cool with 20 hertz. Let's see here. Okay, the sledge amp. All right, 35 pounds. Make it sound. I made it sound all heavy. It says it's 35 pounds right here, and it feels heavier than that. It's awkward. All right. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay. I'm gonna plug this thing in. What do I need? Power. And what do I need? Probably power and 3.5 to RCA, right? I'm just gonna plug it into my phone. Play some test tones. Something. What do you guys know about Bass Mechanic? Do you know about Bass Mechanic? I used to play Quad Maximus, this one track, in my car because it was like, it just hit the perfect notes that made my system sound awesome. Yeah. I used to bump that, and I'd set off alarms in the parking structure on different levels. I remember it was so loud that if I parked behind like a convertible, I could make the convertible on the car in front of me move. That's not cool. All right. Get these cables. I got a phone with a headphone jack. Thank you for headphone jacks. I hate that all the new phones don't have headphone jacks. All right, so I'm gonna put it down here first and then play it, and we'll go from there. I'm scared. I'm not gonna put a low pass. I'll put it at 0 phase. Star on in. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. All right. You guys see that? You guys can't see it. I'm gonna turn this down. All right. Let's try something here. This is not music I listen to, but it's good for testing bass. Bass Mechanic. Okay. What's this? That's it. Hell yeah. That's a sub. That is a sub. And this is the sealed version. Their ported version, and they have like bigger versions. And this 12-inch is bad. This thing is bad. Here. Here. Here you go. All right. This speaker's total. This mic is gonna totally distort, but let's do it anyway. I'm gonna turn this mic all the way down. Let me see here. Down to 2. Let's see. I don't want it to walk away. Let me just. Make sure all those feet are on this thing. All right. Here we go. You guys seeing this? Let me turn this whole table. Oh my god. Audiophile this.